Well, hello and welcome to day 6389 of this year's Advent series. And today I want to introduce you to a new bit of equipment in the During the Meanwhilest photo and video arsenal. My Fujifilm XF 35mm f1.4 lens. Now, a while back I had a couple of Fujifilm XF primes, notably the excellent 16mm f1.4 and the 27mm f2.8. But I found myself using less and less of them, so I decided to sell them along with the 50 to 140 I had at the time, a teleconverter and a couple of bodies as well. Big clear out. Anyway, just recently though, I noticed that my local camera shop, that's Camera Centre Swansea, had a 35mm f1.4 for sale in their used section. Now, I ummed and ahed for a while before deciding I'd like to give it a go, primarily for video really. So I sallied forth to the shop and bought it. Now, it turned out the lens was formerly owned by a wedding photographer who basically didn't use it. So I got an absolutely mint copy, complete with all caps, the paperwork, a lovely rectangular lens hood, and unboxed as well, all for a bargain price. Let's have a look at the lens in a bit of detail then, shall we? It's the first generation of Fujifilm's 50mm equivalent. It was replaced a couple of years back by a 33mm f1.4. But this lens, like the 16mm brother, has something of a legendary reputation among Fujifilm users for its image rendering and old school look. It's an APS-C lens with a full frame equivalent view of just over 50mm, so coupled with the fast 1.4 maximum aperture, it's ideal for any sort of photography from landscape to portrait really, though it's no macro lens with a closest focus distance of around 30 centimeters and a paltry 0.17 times magnification. It's really light though, coming in at just 187 grams and measuring just 55 centimeters in length. It comes with this lovely hipster-friendly rectangular lens hood protecting the front element, and it has a standard fare 52mm filter thread. It's got a clicked numbered aperture or iris collar, whichever you prefer, which sounds just sublime. It goes from 1.4 to 16 in 1/3 stops and has a C position if you prefer to use on-camera controls for aperture. But why would you want to do that? Its construction is 8 elements in 6 groups, whatever that means, I have no idea. And for the bokeh, it has 7 rounded diaphragm blades. Now, their price new is £549, but I picked mine up for just £320, a sum I was very happy to pay considering the lens has hardly been touched, really. Image quality wise, well, the lens is being used to shoot this video, so you tell me. And as for stills, I'll put a couple of examples on as I'm chatting. Now, in use it is, as you'd expect, given its weight, hardly noticeable on the Fujifilm X-H2, but that lightweight in no way makes it feel like a toy with reassuringly made in Japan, if that matters, build quality, lending it an air of quality. It would feel at home on any X-mount camera, I think, from the new tiny XM5 right up to this X-H2 or X-H2S. The focus and aperture rings are lovely to use, though I do wish that, like the 16mm f1.4, it had a manual focus clutch. Now that would have made this a stellar lens to use, I think. Now, I really want that 16mm back in my life, so I'll be on the lookout for a reasonably priced one in the new year. Who said gas at the back there? Anyway, before we go, and talking of that gas, here are the cameras and lenses I want to get hold of next year at some stage. I'm going to get an Olympus Pen F. I know. An Olympus M as we go 60 or 90mm macro. A Fujifilm XM5 mainly, purely for this video malarkey. That Fujifilm 16mm f1.4 as well. And don't judge now or laugh, but I really want a Nikon D800E or 810, so I want to shoot my goat on a high resolution sensor. So there we have it, the Fujifilm XF 35mm f1.4, a superb little lens for stills and video. Get one while you still can before they're all gone. Go on. Anyway, be nice, and see you again tomorrow. Ta-ra. Oh, well, hello, and welcome to day, was it 6,389, I think, of this year's Advent series. Yes, Dexter, it's that long of this year's Advent series. Come here, then. And today I will introduce you to